criminal charges are launched against her or her wonderful husband, who are both good people, I'm telling you now, it's fake. You know when, like, Princess Diana died? Yeah, I remember, because I think I was like 10 or something. Yeah. And I remember how that was news for, like, months, and everybody super gave shit. Now it turns out that the princess has cancer. Well, if she has cancer, they released a fake video and a fake Photoshop. No one knows where she is. We were talking about this on the emergency meeting 48 hours ago. No one now talks about it anymore. Is Kate alive? Is she dead? Does she have cancer? Does she not? Everything's fake. Photoshops, photos, fake AI videos. Nobody knows where she actually is. Where's Kate? Where's Kate? Where's Kate? Two minutes later, nobody gives a shit.
This, of course, came as a huge shock, and William and I have been doing everything we can.
Nobody cares anymore. All the sectors are fried, you are asleep. Nobody cares anymore. Nobody gives a shit. What is this saying, this publicly humiliating John Cena? No one cares about that. Do you understand how much stuff has happened this year? Sweden joined NATO. I thought it was a great idea to have, for some reason, after joining a military alliance, Sweden joins NATO, and their first answer in typical Swedish style is, "Let's celebrate an army." Explain the logic. How? Explain the fault trail. No. We might have to fight the Russians. What do the Russians dislike? Rainbow flags. That will scare them away. I want someone to explain it to me. How? Info. Okay, we've joined NATO. This is the perfect time not to advertise our military competence, not to advertise our might, not to advertise our commitment to our neighbors. No, what should we talk about? We just joined NATO. The whole world's watching, guys. Maybe we should talk about anal sex. Come up with this fucking idea. What the fuck? I want to sit on my board meeting where they go, "Yeah, we're in NATO. Finally, get all the riot flags. Turn them away before all this." Those receptors were so pride. Even we don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I was arrested 10 days ago. Let me say something to you. They will do anything to put me in jail besides give me a trial and find me guilty of a crime. Besides that, anything jail. If I go to jail again, believe me, it's not going to be because they found me guilty of a crime. Anything to put me in jail. I don't even give a shit. I know you guys are still talking about it. I don't fucking talk about it. And then, of course, there was a terror attack in Moscow. The rest of the is just disgusting. His house is open. Bro, you know how much stuff's happening this year. This is a year of absolute chaos. Guys, you must pay attention. You need to be aware enough to look at yourself and understand that all of this is happening. The world is chaotic. Explain why it's going to be chaotic and explain the opportunity it gives you. You don't even read through chaos. They find your dopamine receptors. None of this even registers in your mind anymore.
Homeland Security agents in those Bearcats converged on the home of Sean Diddy Combs. Officials confirmed the raid is tied to a sex trafficking investigation.
So what's the answer to all of these problems? What's the best thing anyone can do?
So let's break it down. Let me break it down.
Okay, so let me break it down. So here's what's gonna happen in 2025. Alien music producers. Alien music producers. Smart. Alien music producers are going to dig underground tunnels, okay, to commit terrorist attacks in Moscow, which genocide innocent Palestinians. They're going to cannibalize people, and because there's no food. I feel like that's the way the world's going. Will you see a video of this one? Maybe, and it will be fake. And we'll be in jail. So here's us in the jailhouse. That's smart. We're telling people the videos. Yeah. Watching the video. That's CGI. And please tell me you expect to keep us in jail long. Yes, nice. Nice! That's what's gonna happen. How do you defend yourself against this scenario? How do you defend yourself? How do you defend yourself? There's gonna be stain mattresses in the tunnels. Nice. Stains open. The underground tunnel bomb. He's gonna be an Orthodox Jew as well. Sir. Nice. And, what do you think so? I guess go to Pornhub and jerk off. Truth is, guys, I want to get my news from my network. I talk to the world because I understand that people's capacity can be amplified by my network. So I think I know something. I go and talk to 4,000 other men who I know things and come to the truth by production. They have seen something I haven't seen. They have thought in a way I have not thought. I have a network you can go to decipher the truth. Most of you don't. The people you talk to only watch the news and repeat what the news says. So you don't have a network. For you to be able to tell what is true and what is false going into the future, you're simply going to need a network of men who are interested in and care about the truth. And that's harder to find than you could think. When bad things happen to you, you're going to need a network of men who are prepared to die to defend you and stick by you, who are loyal to you. That is harder to find than you could think. And you're going to need money and resources because we're going to be in the era of kings and peasants. The rich are going to get richer, the poor are going to get poorer. We need to be on the right side of history. It's a prison riot right now where there is still some socio-economic mobility, but that will not exist for long. The answer to all of this chaos are the two things we've been telling you for a very long time. And we're going to teach you how to make money, and we will give you the network you require to save yourself, to decide what's true and what is false, and also to have protection when bad things come to you, because I can assure you they're coming. All of these events that you mentioned are only half the videos I'm supposed to play on the show, and we're not even in fucking April of 2024. Imagine what's going to happen by December. You need to panic now, you need to panic early, you need to get a network, and you need to get rich.
So I have been trying to find out, are these guys actually innocent or guilty? But as a multi-millionaire myself, I can see that these guys are really smart. And the more I watch them now, the more I realize, to me, these guys are more like me. So when they say something like, women can't park, before I would hear that and I would think, oh, they actually mean that. Now I hear that and I think, oh, a comedian is saying women can't park. What does that mean? Does that mean they actually mean women can't park? No, I don't think so. You would hear that from a comedian and you would think, oh, all it means is that the comedian says women cannot park as well as men. Now, Andrew Tate, I think he used to be a lot more, before his arrest and cancellation, he used to be a lot more wild with his thoughts and expressions, and he would be a lot more controversial with his takes, and he would go to the absolute extreme of what would possibly be allowed to be said on platforms and social media. One podcast I was listening of his to recently, he said, he no longer said women can't park, he said women can't park, women cannot parallel park. Which, of course, I strongly disagree. I actually went on a trip recently, and one of my friends, female friends, parallel parked twice in a row, successfully, on her first try. So obviously, women can't park. But I do have to point out that she was a brunette. In Europe, there's this sort of joke, which I don't agree necessarily. But I'm just saying that in Europe, there's a joke. Blonde women cannot park. Anyway, YouTube, I'm not saying women cannot park. Women obviously can park successfully. Don't ban me, don't cancel me. That's not what I mean. My mom, obviously she can park. Although she prefers that I park for her. Anyway, so these guys, I don't know, what have they done to deserve to go to jail, prison? The law says innocent until proven guilty, so I would assume innocent until proven guilty. Show me the evidence, and then if the evidence points to them being guilty, and then there's a trial and they get convicted, okay, then they're guilty. I can also see how, I mean, the language that they use, you know, stop pleasuring yourself. The language is quite extreme, so I can see easily how, let's say, if they talk to women, if they are with a more sensitive woman, that woman probably get at some point deeply and utterly offended to the point that she would want to perhaps go after them because maybe, I mean, I have seen some people that are extremely, they're so sensitive, it gets so personal that they will ruin their lives just to ruin your life. So if they offended someone incredibly deeply, even if they didn't do anything wrong, they would be paying consequences. And maybe that's what's happening. I don't really know. I'm trying to do my research still. The reason why I'm looking into the Tate brothers is because my 14-year-old twin brothers, they are twins. I don't have a twin brother, but my younger brothers are twins. And they asked me about Henry Tate, and I didn't quite know what to tell them. So I'm trying to research them and come to my own conclusion. What's going on with these guys? Do they deserve to go to jail? Do they not deserve to go to jail? Is this real? It's not real. Why have they been cancelled? And observing these longer conversations, these longer podcasts that they do, I think it's incredibly useful to understand what kind of people they are. I think number one, and most importantly, they are comedians. And they are funny. They are actually good comedians. I think it would be hard to actually find comedians that are paid to perform. There are much better than these guys. I mean, these guys, if they actually prepare their stand-up bits, they prefer this in probably in less than an hour or so. and they have multiple running jokes and things like that, and I was laughing multiple times throughout the whole show. So imagine if they spent a whole year putting an hour together, which is what a lot of stand-up comics do. How funny would they be then? They would kill it. So these guys, if they wanted to have a career doing stand-up comedy, I think they would be making millions of dollars per year. Is 2024 really going to be the year of chaos? I think pretty much since the pandemic, every single year has been more or less a chaotic year. And I don't think it's going to be really different this year. I think just we have been used to chaotic years so much that we're numb, just like they said. We are numb now to pretty much everything. But I do agree that the best way to prepare for that is to get rich, get a net worth, basically have a blood brother. I have 3 blood brothers, and if something happens, we're going to all stay together, all of our families are going to come together, so I'm good, but are you good? And then inflation, I think they're totally right about that. Before the whole virus happened, and look at how much I spent on food back then and how much I spent on food right now, it has to be at least double. I don't count my money, but I see my receipts. For example, I go out for lunch, or I should say I don't count my expenses for food, is what I'm saying. But I see the receipts when I go out for lunch or for dinner, and when I order through Uber Eats, I don't cook, I just order my food, or I do take out from restaurants to save time. I remember this one clip that I saw from Andrew Tate. Imagine being so poor, having to cook. I don't think there's anything wrong with cooking, by the way. I just think it's much more productive to something else. If cooking financially makes, I mean, if you like cooking, that's totally fine. You do it as a hobby. I don't see any issues. But if you have to cook every single day, and you don't do it by choice, but you do it because you have to, I think I would have to agree with them. You're not doing well financially. I think that's a good indication. You're doing wrong. You're not doing badly, but you're not rich. You're not really doing incredibly well. You're not really financially free. So, inflation. Yeah, before the virus, I think now the amount of money that I spend on lunch and dinner when I order food is at least double. In some cases more. I mean, when I order steak, it's about double.
Good morning. Hope you guys have a great, productive work week. I'm heading out. I'm gonna go fishing somewhere. Somewhere, you guys will know where.
Diving right into the
I think the scariest thing out of this whole entire situation is if you sit back and take out the drama and stuff with everything that's going on. look at the world as a whole, our money sucks. They've driven it into the ground. They're trying to come up with a different type of currency. It seems like they're making people more and more dependent on the government. They're inviting people from other countries and letting them just come in here legally from other countries to be dependent on the government. The voting system is completely screwed up. Our economy has went to shit. People are not optimistic about anything anymore. People are living in more depression and stress than ever. And the government makes it seem like the Biden administration has done some kind of awesome task for our economy since they've been in, and they really haven't. They've done shit for us. They've driven us back. Oil, gas, and juice are super high. They're trying to push more EV stuff than ever. They are trying to masculine men, you want to say. They're trying to take their masculinity away from them. It's more and more preached and taught, especially by the school, that the socialist Marxist type environment is more the prominent thing that people should want. Back in the 80s and 90s, man, we didn't have to worry about stuff like this. None of this was going on. It's like the best time to grow up. You can make friends all over the place from all over the world. People weren't doing the stuff that they're doing today. I mean, we had a president that on a major holiday, Easter, decided that he wanted to make it Transgender Day. On the same day as a major biblical holiday that I think theoretically, if you look into the exact dates of how we celebrate our holidays and you really dig into religion, you'll find that most of us don't even celebrate these things on the right days. But we celebrate them. We have a president that nominates the day of this biblical holiday a transgender LGBTQ day. You got it. And even people from their community was like, this is crazy. It has gone too far. We are trying to push gender reaffirming surgery and therapy and all this other stuff and government money for that. Who in the hell in their right mind would have ever thought that the government would be giving children or people funding to help change their gender because they didn't feel like they were really a boy or really a girl? There's a problem. This world, if you think about it as a whole, is really fucked up. It is really fucked up. And there's a lot of businesses that are actually going out of business, that are still going out of business. There's just a report not too long ago that two decent sized or one big trucking company and a smaller trucking company in California shut down because they can't keep their doors open because of all the regulations and stuff that these cities and towns are putting on, or the government is putting on people running businesses. It is absolutely a trash time right now to be an American. What is there to be proud of? Our military is 40 to 50% down in recruiting. Nobody wants to go to the military anymore. So now they're entertaining the ideas of just putting anybody in that may be an able-bodied. So we got to keep the military numbers up. Nothing patriotic is going on anymore. We're to a point now where when you think about the United States of America, it's like, man, okay. So you live in America, what's so special about America? Well, I'll tell you what, it's still the fact that all these people, all these countries want to come here because we still are more free than them. We still have more than them. We are able to do more with our lives than them. But it sure ain't gonna last very long. Keep going great what we do. I love the United States of America. I love this country. I fought and fought for this country, and I'll do it again. But damn it, man. Damn it. What is going on? It's absolutely sickening what's going on right now. And there's no explanation for it other than rich men in high places want to have more control because it ain't about the money. It's about control. Mornings go. You blessed him in November, make sure. Ready.
Today, we accomplished something. I mean it. Not, everything. Tonight, everything. Best Western.
Breaking news. Yeah, please do mind your phone. It's mine.
If you max out your IRA contributions for 2023 by April 15th and for 2024, you get $405 in cash.
Roger that. Gets you the biggest match of any IRA on the market.
Do you have a problem? Breaking news. Passing through. I'll return the favor. Oh my! Catch me if you can. Marco always the I've hit the jackpot. Healing town. Do you have a problem? Great portal, I do. My power keeps rising. Catch me if you can. It's my turn. You have problems. Is that so? You have problems. Just like Persona. Go! This will be a bit violent. Summoning Venom. This is for him. Oh no, it's here.
Welcome to the Velvet Room. This place exists very well.
What outcome awaits us? Round one. Fight!
You're frozen now. Done. Here are guns of wind. Opening my deck. Penetrate. I see. Remark, I see. Your fate is in the card. Please look up. Here is some electricity. Here is some fire. Oh my. I see. Remark, I wasn't see. That was quite penetrating. Oh. Okay. What? Impressive. It was a good try. It's time to be judged. The devil. One. Oh my. Remark. Destined draw. Let there be light. Your fate is at yours. Remark. Opening my deck. Let there be light. Summoning. Oh, your fate is in the summoning. Bloody pass. How mean. End turn.
Round
Stuff.
fight!
Your fate is in the. This one will hurt. Viewers. I will shock you. Won't you have a tornado? What? Huh? Opening my deck. Predatory. Yes. My turn. Opening my deck. Oh, no. Your fate is in the car. Please warn. Oh, my. What? Oh, no. Oh, no. Huh? Your... The time is now. I am charging. What? Impressive. What? You're not done.
Final!
Opening my deck. Then summoning. CJ's opening my deck. Let's change things. I see. Remark, I see. Then here is some free. Your fate is in the copy. Oh no. What? Impressive. Oh. Oh no. Oh no. Is this the extent of it? What? Oh no. Would you mind waiting for a moment? Opening my deck. Let there be light. Huh? It's opening my deck. Let darkness. What? That was received. Pardon me. Your fate is in the corner. I see. What a blunder. I see. What? You have shown me the potential.